Hello, everybody. Once again, my name is Jeff McGonigle, and welcome to another edition of RECC. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into how to handle ISAs to transfer calls. At Power, we do this all day, every day. This is a very streamlined process to be able to take a client that is inquiring about a property or an appointment or wants to meet someone and then transfer that call with another agent live on the phone. Today, I'm going to be introducing you to my partner, my friend, Jose Samano. And Jose Samano is going to walk you through step by step of how we're able to maneuver this process.
Perfect. Hello, guys. How you doing? My name is Jose Samano. I'm co-founder of Power Real Estate Group, and I had the pleasure of meeting Jeff 6 years ago, and we just have the last 3.5 years had a blast working together. Just kind of building this company. We like to say we're the yin and the yang, and so we try to bring a lot of energy and try to do just what's best for the agents and really kind of simplifying the process. So one of the things is, for me, I've been around the business for a while, and I've kind of noticed a few things that I think we could have improved on as far as like efficiencies. And I think this is one of those things that I think has helped our team quite a bit and has moved us forward. And so, we'd love to share with you guys a little bit about what we do to be able to help our agents.
Cool. Appreciate that, Jose. So today I'm going to go through and walk you through how we do it and why we do it. But then Jose's actually going to show you guys step by step what happens throughout the process. So let's jump on in. So why this happens? Well, the goal of this is to make sure we are ensuring a smooth transition for the leads, the clients in our database, and it helps maintain trust and engagement. Like Jose was saying, we see a lot of times where it's like, all right, cool. An ISA would set up an appointment, and the amount of appointments would typically fall off, right? So we had to figure out how to make it more efficient. This is going to keep agents prepared and informed every step of the way. The agents are going to be more engaged if someone is on the phone wanting to talk to them and handle that conversation right then and there. Overall, it improves our tracking and the accountability for the lead follow-up, right? Because it's already in follow-up. The call is being transcribed. Everything is already happening, and it's happening into one place. And then finally, to maximize for potential of successful conversion. Everything that we do has to lead back down to the bottom line. Is this going to help us convert more, faster, easier? And that's what we're all doing this for. Cool?
That's correct.
The next thing. So when does it actually happen? See, after an ISA qualifies a lead and determines the readiness of the appointment or consultation. Then the next portion is also during live interactions when leads express interest in a property or service. Another time you're going to see this happening is when a lead or a client has a scheduled property tour, listing appointment, or buyer's consultation. Sometimes they're on the phone and it's like, yeah, I am interested in 123 Banana Street. I would love to see it. That's when the ISA would say, all right, cool. Hey, you know what? Let me go ahead and connect you with one of the listing agents or one of the agents on our team. Their phones ring and the connection happens. And then when transferring motivated leads who are ready to engage with an agent, we try to make it very simple. Was that correct, Jose?
That is exactly correct. I mean, again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to connect the client, actually mimic what a lot of the other, bigger companies are doing, because we know that their process is tried and true. They're handling thousands of leads. So it's like, okay, well, let's take a look at that. How can we recreate that? And once we found out that Follow Up Boss had a system like this, we were like, that's the way we got to go. And it's just a connection, right? You want the ISAs. One of the things we found out is that the longer the ISA stays with the lead, the more they build more of a trust and a connection with the ISA than they actually do with the agent. And so we saw that as an opportunity for us to get a little bit better. And then so now we've created this system where it's like, as soon as we get a hand raiser, we want to connect you and bridge that gap, right? Like I like to say we're kind of like the bridge between the agent and the client, right? And so that's what we really kind of do as a broker and as a team and as people trying to really kind of help our agents, just produce as much as possible.
Yep. And even if you're a solo agent, you're not on a team, this is a great way for your ISA to be able to minimize the amount of no-shows and appointments that end up being missed or handed off, right? Because someone hands it off and then it's 3 days later, they want a phone call, or a week later. They're gonna be like, who? I don't remember who I talked to. Instead of, hey, I got them right now. They're available. Click. and then it goes from there.
Yeah, and
Cool.
then so one of the terms we use is it's a handoff, not a toss, right? And it's like it just here you go instead of hey, go get it, right? And so yeah, if you guys can picture that.
Well, smooth transition. So how's it done? Jose is going to literally show you guys step by step, but let's actually go through on a written first, right? Transfer the call. Use the transfer call button to connect the lead to the agent. The next step is the ISA is going to assign the lead. They assign the lead to the agent in our CRM Follow-Up Boss to give them access to the lead's details. The third step is update the agent. They're going to provide a 10-second flow of, hey, I have Jose on the line. Jose's looking for this, and I'm going to go ahead and connect you. Everything good to go? Boom, that happens. The next section on that is point number 4, merge and introduce. Merge the call, introduce the agent to the client, and then exit the call. From there, they're able to take a step back and the agent can take over. After that, they don't just walk away. Step 5, they're going to document the interaction, leave notes in the back. We like for important notes to be left in the background section of Follow-Up Boss, not just in the notes section. And then they're going to add specific handoff tags that we've customized to be able to keep track of the data that and all the things that are actually happening. So ISA handoff, ISA's name, and the lead source that it came from. Number 6, they're going to update the stage, right, for the agent to at least an appointment set, and then add appointment details if applicable. And then they're going to create follow-up tasks. It's super important to make sure the ISA stays involved inside of the entire process. We saw way more transactions be able to close smoothly, especially for the intro portion, if the ISA doesn't just hand something off and never look back again, right? And then finally, continuously check on the different outcomes. We've had ISAs be able to continue the follow-up and bring a lead back to life multiple times by utilizing this process.
Yeah, and so it ensures also that you as a company have a great customer service, that you're creating the same experience across the board. It's a great way for you to get feedback from the clients. Is the agent doing the right thing? Are they going above and beyond? Because if they are, we want to reward them. We want to give them more leads, right? If they're not, then we need to coach them, give them a little bit more of what the process should be so they can win. You know, at the end of the day, we're trying to help our agents win. Again, if you're hiring a VA, which Jeff made a great point, you want to make sure that you're winning on those appointments, you know, because it eventually it adds up. So you want to make sure that you're winning and that every single opportunity is being taken care of.
Yep. Love it.
Cool.
And then there is another way. So we also do Zillow call. We are a Zillow Flex team, so we get hundreds of leads every month that come through. We have our ISAs in Zillow as the backup agents. And the reason why we have that is they are incentivized and motivated to actually pick up calls that we would have missed anyways, and then do this very same thing, right? We can actually take it, track it, transfer it. But most of the time, because that is it's coming from Zillow to us to the third party, if there's ever a lag, we practice putting in a raffle system utilizing our Slack channels. You can utilize that with any group communication channel you have. And how that process works is the raffle the lead. Once an ISA takes a call and someone wants to see 123 Banana Street, they're going to go through the ALM, appointment, location, motivation, gather that information. And then they will then go and say, hey, in our Slack channel, post the lead details in the ISA lead channel to assign the tour to an agent. The agent then raises their hand and claims the lead, and the ISA assigns the lead to the agent in the CRM, which is Follow-Up Boss. From there, they're going to send a group text message introducing the client and the agent in a group text and include the property location, date, and time. Another to continue on to what we do with that process, the ISA is the one that will go in and update the stage. Why? Because they follow a better system than a lot of the agents. If any of my agents on the team are on here, I love you guys, but we know it's true. And then add tags. They're going to go in and add in the necessary tags for us to track. And then overall, once again, in the appointment section, they're going to include property type, consultation, date, location, and add any guests that need to be a part of it. And just like the previous process of a live transfer from one of our ponds, they also will take the time to continue to follow up on the lead and the client through the process.
That is correct.
Yeah. So with that being said, I know that was a lot of information. Now let's actually take some time. Jose is going to go ahead and document and show us what he actually does and with this process.
Yeah, cool. You all ready? So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen really quick.
Go ahead, brother.
Thank you so much. And then so we there we go. So we have this client. His name is.
You got a test one. Okay, cool. I thought it was like blur mode.
No, I got a test one. His name is Diego Test. And then so let's say this is a client. This is the person that you guys are currently working with. So as Jeff mentioned, right, this is where we would actually make the phone call. Another thing that we did was in the ISA, like we created these little things here, and then so we have an ISA here where we put a merge field. So later on, we can document when the live transfer happened, if we sent out a group text, and again, that's just for more info that you may need later on to connect to collect. So that's additional to some of the tags that we have that you can also do. That way you can get date ranges.
Right.
And
would you agree that no matter whether you're solo or you have 1,000 agents on your team, you should probably be tracking everything, right?
You should try to track as much as possible because that's the only way that you know if it's really well and working, right? It also allows you to track your virtual assistant, the ISA, to understand how much lead flow they're sending you and if it's really kind of working. So one of the ways that you want to ensure that this process is happening is you would need to get an inbox and get an additional phone number. These are some of the inboxes that we have, right? That kind of work for us and we kind of use. And so let's just go ahead and test out this client really quick and show you guys what the process kind of looks like. So we'll call this number. Let's do an internet call.
Oh, you went mute. Now we're hearing
it. Hello, this is Diego. Yes, I can hear you.
You've reached the voicemail of Jeff McGonigle. I'm sorry I've missed your call. I'm out with another client giving them the same great.
Go ahead and pause it, end it. Probably because I'm on do not disturb. But the call would come through, and then the intro would be done, and I would be able to pick up that call and have a conversation with Diego. Right? So that is how easy the flow is. Jose would then be able to log off, update the background section, go ahead and look and move it to appointment set or conversation, leaving detailed notes for me to be able to come in. Jose would then go in and leave tasks for Jose, the ISA, to be able to go through and update. This is a very simple, seamless process that has revolutionized the way our ISAs and our agents are able to connect and move leads down the funnel. Go ahead, Jose. I think you're still in your sound. Come back. Okay, technical difficulties. That was the main thing we really wanted to show you guys, though. It's really being able to take a lead, take a conversation that someone is having, an ISA, and say, all right, cool. Instead of setting this up and transferring it over and, hey, let's starting the group chat and hopefully we can put something together, this way works a lot smoother.
That's correct. Can you hear me? All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we hear
sorry
now.
about that. When it's live, it's live.
When it's live, it's live. But that's what you want. It comes right back into being able to take control of a situation.
Right.
We in business, we try to focus a lot on controlling our controllables. So this is a step-by-step guide of how to do that. And I recommend you start to implement this with your ISA so that they can transfer to you or other agents on your team to make sure this process goes as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you wanted to show showcase on this process, Jose?
Well, the one thing I just kind of wanted to give people, a few things, a few tips, and a few recommendations. And so, one of the things that we found is that when we do group text, sometimes the agents wouldn't text the person back, or things of that nature, or even just because they're at showings, they're at a listing appointment, they're doing things. It's they're busy. The other thing that would happen is we would create an appointment and say, hey, call this person at this time, right? And then that call wouldn't happen. And then so once we started doing this, what we noticed is like less drop-offs, right? It was a little bit more of a better process. And then the other thing was initially we had ISAs asking a ton of questions to qualify the clients and essentially in a way overqualifying, right? And that's great. That's a great method. But one of the things that I've noticed was that the inside sales agents typically needed a little bit more refining. And I always feel like the agent should be the best, absolutely best person to know about, down payment assistance programs, to know the roadmap and journey that the client is going to be moving into, right? And so I was like, so what if we could get them on the phone as quickly as possible, not only so they can develop a great relationship, but also so they could be the ones that are creating the journey for the client. And so to me, that's really kind of important, because if you're a great salesperson, you should feel like you're Michael Jordan and you should feel like you always want the rock. Exactly.
Pass me the ball. Hurry. Let's go. Yeah. So that's the reason why we do it. And the energy on our team, that's what the agents want. They want to look at their phone, know that this is an opportunity, not even press one. It's like, hey, you're available, hop on, jump in, do a quick little recap, and then start to walk someone through the journey. Reduce the friction. Everything can be done easier, simpler. Jose, it's one click, right? Everything should be one click. So, cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope this was helpful. This is our process. This is what we do. This is how we're able to literally close hundreds of transactions per year from ISA handoffs, right? We have seen about a 25% increase in the second appointments and third appointments from utilizing this process. And over a year, that equals hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of opportunities that we were able to capitalize on. Why? Because we figured out a process, documented the process, and now everybody understands what their roles are, what their part is. So as a collective, we're doing better. With that being said, I want to thank Jose. I want to thank Diego, both partners here at Power Real Estate Group. Shout out to RECC. This was helpful. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead, shoot us a link, shoot us a DM. We're here to help out in any way that we possibly can. Hope this was helpful.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.